podcast studio and online radio.
Thank you for listening to Live the Dream Media.
Does your ordinary radio feel a little limited? If you're looking for a new way to listen, it's time for a fresh start. Introducing the Live the Dream Media app, your premier destination and a new level up for digital radio. Over the last 2 years, we've found new ways to ensure your digital radio experience is the best it can possibly be. From live podcasts that spark new perspectives to a 24/7 soundtrack of live music, and even our built-in merch store. We've built a platform that is convenient, high quality, and simple to navigate. But we're only just getting started. Catch all of our shows weekly and join the Live the Dream Media family today and help us change the airwaves forever. Download it for free on the App Store or Play Store today. Live the dream. The dream starts now.
Your favorite radio just got bigger, bolder, and better connected. Live the Dream Media is revolutionizing how you stay tuned in. With our explosive growth in online radio and our brand new mobile app, your entertainment goes wherever you do. Stream your favorite shows, discover new hits, and connect with audiences across the digital landscape, all at your fingertips. Advertisers don't miss out. Join our expanding digital network and reach engaged listeners across platforms. Download the Live the Dream Media app today and experience radio reimagined.
Good morning. Welcome to Southwest Flavor. I'm your host, Ron Arenas. Happy Tuesday to everyone. Today we have a great show lined up for you. We have two amazing women from here in the Marana area, and I've gotten to know both of them through the Marana Chamber. And our first guest is Dawn Armstrong with Think Safe Seminars. Welcome.
Well, hi, Ron. It's nice to see you again. And
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So, let's know a little bit about Think Safe Seminars to start off.
Well, Think Safe Seminars actually started about 10 years ago. It's a second career for me.
Okay.
Yeah, my first career, I was in advertising and marketing for a long time,
Oh.
and I did a lot of traveling.
Okay.
And so I used to go into a lot of different places, had a lot of different experiences. Sometimes I was traveling by myself, sometimes with a team. And, you know, when you travel a lot, whether it's within town or maybe different states or
Sure.
different countries, right? You sometimes encounter different experiences.
Oh, yeah.
And I learned very quickly that you better be prepared.
Right.
And you need to be aware of what's going on around you. You sometimes need to have some prepared responses. You need to know how you want to respond to different kinds of situations ahead of time.
Right.
Because a lot of times, especially as a woman, you get the same kinds of harassment, let's
Yes.
say,
Yeah.
right? And so if you have a comeback ready to go, it just can be really helpful in those kinds of situations to just
Kind of shut them down.
kind of shut them down
Yeah.
so you can just keep on moving, get
Right.
yourself out of there and just leave that situation. Yeah.
Right. And you hear about situations like when you're traveling and people are looking for those people, you know, the scam artists and all that. You know, if you're walking around with a map and trying to figure out where you're at, you know, or driving slow and, you know, looking at the street signs and all that. I mean, it's an opportunity, you know, for the scammers or for the bad people to take advantage of you.
Absolutely. Tourists are always targets.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look vulnerable, then yes, people will sometimes try to take advantage of that.
Sure.
Especially like you said, if you look like you don't know where you're going or you
Kind of
know,
look lost or
right. So one of the things, especially when I'm teaching travel safety, is that I tell people look like you know where you're going, even
Right.
if you don't.
Right.
You know, look at your map ahead of time so you have an idea of where you're going. You can have your map open on your phone and you can be hearing, the directions, and it'll
Yeah.
tell you where to go.
That's true.
You don't have to look at it.
Yeah.
You can just hear what it's saying as you're walking, and keep your head up, scanning, looking around,
Right.
things like that, right? And
My
Yeah.
youngest son says that I walk into places like I own them.
perfect. That's great.
But yeah, I mean, most of the time people don't question you if you look like you have that destination. I'm going right over there.
Yeah.
So
Confidence, honestly, is one of the biggest target detractors. Like, it's one of the best ways to not be a target.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. So how did you start training? When you're looking at like this different situational awareness things when you're traveling, how did you get into this?
It's funny. I actually started training in martial arts when I was a
Ah.
college student.
Oh, okay.
So many years ago. Let's just leave it there. Yeah, I started training in Kenpo. I'm a Kenpoist.
Okay.
And trained off and on over the years. But then when I moved to Tucson back in 1999,
Oh, okay.
I found a school and an instructor and stuck with it. So today my new instructor has informed me that I need to start training for my 5th degree black belt now.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's fantastic.
So yes, I still train, and I teach. I don't teach at the school anymore, but I teach through Think Safe seminars.
Okay.
So I do teach basic physical defenses,
Mm-hmm.
primarily to people who have never had any kind of physical defense training.
Oh, okay.
And it's honestly, it's a lot of fun.
I bet.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of fun, and I love to see people go from, oh my gosh, I have no idea what I would ever do. I don't think I can do this, to they're like, yeah, I got this. Oh my gosh. And they leave with at least a few options that they know they can do based on whatever their physical abilities are.
Right.
Right? Because everybody has different physical abilities, things they can do or not do.
Yeah.
And based on age, physicality, different things like that. So I make sure everybody has something that they can leave with.
Right. And I love the martial arts aspect of it, because when you're doing the martial arts, I mean, you're not only learning those physical traits, but you're also learning the culture and the respect and everything that goes along with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you brought a card with some different points on there. First one is something that we talked about: know where you're going, so that you don't look like you're lost. But then there's also the second one on here is activate safety apps. What I haven't heard about like safety apps.
Well, that's interesting. So you actually use them, and you probably don't even realize it.
Ah, okay.
Activating safety apps is part of just everyday awareness.
Okay.
Okay, so everybody uses their phone for all kinds of things.
Sure. Everything now.
Right.
Right.
But you can use your phone as a safety tool.
Mm.
One way is just texting. We do it all the time.
Oh, sure.
But if you use it just to let somebody know, hey, I'm on my way,
Ah, okay.
right?
So they expect you in a half an hour or whatever that time
Correct.
period is. Yeah.
Somebody kind of knows where you are, where you're going to be, how long it's going to take you. That in itself is a way to
Sure.
keep yourself safe,
Right.
right? If you don't show up, somebody's going to know, hey, where are they? What's going on?
Right.
So that's one safety tool. It's
Okay.
just texting.
Right.
Another safety tool is the emergency call button on your phone.
Oh,
You'd be
okay.
surprised how many people have no idea how to activate that. And honestly, in an emergency, it's really hard to dial 911 in an emergency
Oh,
because your adrenaline gets going
yeah.
and you lose the fine motor skills, right?
Right.
And so even just punching three, actually four,
Yeah.
it can be hard. But every phone has different ways to activate emergency calls. And it's really good to know how to do that.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Very good. And then the next one you have is secure your stuff. And it seems like it's common knowledge or whatever, but you hear all the time, someone got their purse, taken out of their car. They broke the window out of their car in the middle of the night and took their purse or took their briefcase or took their laptop. And as it was sitting right there on the seat.
Right.
And that was one of the things my mom always said was, if you're going to have stuff in your car, hide it, put it under the seat or in the trunk or whatever. Don't have it in plain view because, it's a temptation.
It sure is.
Yeah.
It sure is. Out of sight, out of mind, right?
Right.
Even in a locked car, like you said, it takes seconds to break a window
Yeah.
and have things stolen. So the car is one thing, and it's amazing how many people just leave their wallet sitting on the console.
Right. Right.
But the other thing is, how many guys do you know that walk around with their wallet in their back pocket,
Yeah.
right, instead of their front pocket?
Right.
It's a lot harder to get out of the front pocket than
Oh, that's true.
picking it right out of the back pocket.
Yeah.
Get bumped into. It's really easy to pick a pocket.
Yeah. And you hear about people like in Europe that they're professional pickpocketers and, people go on vacation. They're in Italy or France or somewhere and all of a sudden their wallet's gone.
All of a sudden their wallet's gone. But,
Yeah.
just everyday shoppers, it's amazing when you go into the grocery store, how many women I see just plop their bag right into the
Yeah.
child seat. And not only is their purse in that seat, it's open.
Yeah.
It's unzipped. It's open.
Yeah.
I walk by. I'm like, oh, wow, there's your wallet. There's your car keys. There's all kinds of stuff in there.
And they're over here looking at the soup and
right.
their purse is over here.
They're reading labels. They're over here. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah.
So if your bag is that heavy, really, just, maybe take a few things out of it so you can get a smaller bag.
Yeah, that's true.
Or at the very least, put it inside the cart,
Mm.
so that it's harder to get at.
Right.
I mean, there's some other options, but really just zipping it closed, that's a good option.
Yeah.
Carrying it crossbody, two better options.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So tell us a little bit about your seminars. I'll just go from the beginning. Tell us about the seminars.
Well, I have different kinds of seminars.
Mhm.
So sometimes I focus on women's safety, sometimes travel safety, like we were talking about. And I work with a lot of organizations around workplace violence prevention as well.
Okay.
But they all focus on training people in everyday situational awareness and conflict management. And the two things work together really, really well.
Right.
So the situational awareness is some of the things that we've just talked about, right? And I've basically put together 12 main points, 12 main habits. I call it habits of awareness. And I've actually just finished the first draft of a book, my first book.
Congratulations.
So we're in production on that, and I'm very excited. So habits of awareness, we have 12 different habits, and that help teach people everyday awareness so that it's easy to work it into your day.
Right.
It doesn't matter where you go, what you're doing, time of day, none of any of that. So you work situational awareness into your day, and that helps you recognize people or situations,
Yeah.
and you can either then avoid them, ideal. If you can't avoid them, then we teach you how to use different kinds of non-escalation or de-escalation responses so that you
Right.
can deal with that situation in a more constructive way, hopefully,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Hopefully, and bring tensions down if that's the case. And that honestly is 90% of personal safety.
Oh, yeah.
Recognizing and avoiding the situation, or using conflict management to manage the situation and then leave.
Yeah.
90%. The other 10% is the stuff most people think of as personal safety, which is the physical.
Sure. Yeah. Many, many years ago, I was a firefighter in EMT, and part of our training
Oh,
was,
wow.
yeah, when you get onto a scene, the situational awareness.
Oh, wow.
If there was a domestic violence, if you roll up on that scene, is the person still there that committed the violence, all those things, because the first thing is, don't become a patient yourself, don't get hurt yourself, and then don't hurt the patient, of course.
Yeah, domestic violence calls are so dangerous for first responders.
Yeah.
It really is.
And usually we had the sheriff's department there, before us, but you always, no matter what kind of call it is, you always have to look at the whole, you have to assess the whole scene before you get out of the ambulance.
Right, because you have to be safe
Yeah.
first
Yeah,
before you
exactly.
can help anybody else.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard. And so for your listeners, right, they may not be first responders, but what if they have children?
Mm-hmm.
Right? They have to keep themselves safe in order to keep their children safe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm a father of 3. We had 3 boys. We have 3 boys, but they're all grown up now.
Yeah.
But yeah, just them bringing home all their friends and all, and sometimes you don't know their friends and don't know their habits or their background or their family and all that. And I'm sure at times it can turn into something that is not the best situation.
Well, it depends.
Yeah.
But you hope that you've trained your kids well, and
Sure.
that if they recognize a situation, that they can stand up for themselves and say something. Like,
Right.
Let's not do that. So,
Yeah. As long as like you said, as long as you raise them and train them, and hopefully they can avoid some of that peer pressure.
Right.
Yeah.
And some of that is just teaching them how to be prepared, teaching them that they have other options, and just knowing that you have options in different situations can be the key to getting out of those bad situations.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, a lot of times people find themselves in situations and then they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And that's when they end up getting hurt or getting
They just go with it.
They go with it because they have no idea how to
Yeah.
handle it.
Right.
And that's unfortunately when you see people getting hurt, or good kids getting
Doing
in
dumb stuff.
doing dumb stuff, getting in trouble, getting arrested, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, but I didn't do anything. I was just there. And
Yeah.
like, well, yeah, but
Right.
but being prepared and knowing that you have options in different situations is part of the habits of awareness.
That's right. Well, let's take a quick sponsor break, and we will be back in just a couple minutes with Southwest Flavor.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
February weather in the Oak Pueblo is beautiful. It's the time of year to go outside and enjoy the great outdoors. Springtime will be coming soon, and so will the Arizona heat. Now's the time to plan for the long, hot summer that we all know is coming. Now, for a limited time, we are offering 5-year, no-interest financing on Rheem air conditioning and heating systems, OAC. Call now, 520-492-0748, or book your appointment online at picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing.
Piper Family Painting. We believe great paint does more than just change a color. It protects a home and the people inside of it. From careful prep to the final coat, our team shows up with pride, precision, and respect for your property. We don't rush. We don't cut corners. We paint it like it's our own home, because in this Tucson community, it is. Piper Family Painting, bringing new colors to the Old West.
therapeutic ranch for animals and kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
Hey Tucson, why do we accept pain as normal just because we're over 40? Nearly 8 out of 10 Americans suffer with back pain. At Wellness Chiropractic, we help people after car accidents with chronic neck and back pain, numbness tingling down the arms. If you're like me, you like to spend time outside with the family, hiking, biking, everything. Don't let that pain stop you. Wellness Key Chiropractic, we help that body move better so you can be the better version of yourself.
Life is all about change and growth. You grow from renting to buying, your kids grow from toddling to driving, and then you grow from working to retiring. Is your insurance agent growing through life with you? I'm your local Allstate agent, Brittany Gutman. My team and I can help you navigate all those changes through home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with the Brittany Gutman Allstate Insurance family. Call me at 520-797-7811 or email bgutman@allstate.com.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
All right, we are back and we're talking with Don Armstrong with Think Safe Seminars. Let's talk a little bit more about the workplace safety.
Sure.
And just how to de-escalate it and kind of the signs of what leads up to the workplace violence. Because we always hear about the workplace violence in the news, but
right, what you're hearing about in the news is the end result.
Yes, yes.
Right, and that's what most people think about is what's happened at the very end, which is the physical violence.
Right.
Which is horrible.
Sure.
And nobody ever wants to be there.
Right. We don't want to get to there.
But workplace violence, it actually starts way before then.
Okay.
And it's all of the more psychological, emotional aspects that lead up to the physical.
Ah, okay.
So things like intimidation, bullying, harassment, and these are behaviors, right? That sometimes bosses see, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
And when those behaviors are ongoing, it can cause fear, it can cause stress, it causes a breakdown in teamwork.
Sure.
And in trust, obviously.
Yeah.
And so it can really cause a lot of problems in the workplace.
Right.
And in how the business functions.
Right. Yeah, it's not going to be functioning efficiently if your employees aren't working together.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so sometimes leadership doesn't even know some of this stuff is happening unless they've got some communication, right? Unless somebody tells them, or depending on how big the company is, informs HR, or, there's got to be
Right.
some form of communication where leadership either sees it, hears about it, somehow learns that something's going on so that they can do something about it.
Right.
And if assuming leadership isn't a part of it.
That's true.
Because sometimes leadership is definitely a part of it.
Right. Yeah.
And is part of the problem.
Oh, yeah.
And so, but recognizing the early warning signs and managing that, addressing those harmful behaviors early,
Mm-hmm.
shutting it down, is how you prevent being in the violence situation.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, psychological violence is a type of violence too.
Right.
The physical violence, where you're, having to call the police and dealing with the active shooter situations or other kinds of,
Right.
of physical assaults. That's, like I said, what most people think of, and trying to avoid that can be, a lot of times that can be done through managing those initial behaviors.
Yeah. We've heard the term hostile workplace.
Yes, exactly.
And
That's
that's
exactly
exactly what
we're
it is. Yeah.
Other types of workplace violence happen. So what we were just talking about was internal,
Mm-hmm.
right? Sometimes it's external.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
sometimes it's people known to people in the workplace. Sometimes, like we were talking about, domestic violence
Mm-hmm.
issues.
Right.
And so sometimes people from outside the workplace have a grievance with somebody inside the workplace.
Sure.
And
Ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend or
spouse
that, yeah.
parent,
Yeah.
child, whatever, right?
Sure.
And so sometimes it's that kind of a relationship, and that can be an issue. So again, it's a matter of communication within the workplace. Some workplaces, especially larger organizations, often have they have resources available,
Mm-hmm.
but often employees don't know about them.
Ah,
They
okay.
don't know that they can go to HR and ask for help
Yeah.
with these relationship issues that may be outside of the workplace.
Right.
And so
They probably feel isolated.
they do. They feel
Yeah.
isolated. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to go for help. There's resources in the community,
Mm-hmm.
but again, if they don't know where to reach out,
Yeah.
it can
They don't know what their options are.
They don't know what their options are.
Yeah,
So,
so
it's,
they're
again,
stuck.
it's fear, it's stress, and
Yeah.
it causes performance issues and things like that.
Right.
They may be, some of the signs that this is happening is they may be taking a lot of time off from work,
Mm.
paid or unpaid,
Sure.
because they have to deal with these things.
Right.
That's one big one. Maybe their mood has changed. They're
Yeah.
a lot less, lot less cooperative, or they just are very moody, right?
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times when you have employees, you can tell when there's a difference
Right.
if you're paying attention.
If you're paying attention.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Because we all kind of bring our home stuff into work, whether it's just a bad mood or
Mhm.
or whatever, it's just human nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as a boss, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're paying attention, it's like, hey, what's going on today?
Yeah.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
Yeah. Definitely.
So
Well, Don, thank you so much for coming in today.
yeah.
You have so much information.
And I'm happy to share. And just if an organization is looking for training,
Mhm.
either whether it's for their staff and their team, or whether they want to share with the community, I work with organizations
Okay.
who want to host a training for their customers as
Oh.
well. So
Fantastic.
I
How
work-
do they get a hold of you?
I'm online.
Okay.
My website is think
Mm-hmm.
safeseminars.com.
Okay.
I'm on LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram, so they can reach out to me through any of those options as well.
All right. Perfect. Well, thank you again for coming on today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. All right. We will be back in just a couple minutes with Southwest Flavor.
Hey Tucson, why do we accept pain as normal just because we're over 40? Nearly 8 out of 10 Americans suffer with back pain. At Wellness Chiropractic, we help people after car accidents with chronic neck and back pain, numbness tingling down the arms. If you're like me, you like to spend time outside with the family, hiking, biking, everything. Don't let that pain stop you. Wellness Key Chiropractic, we help that body move better so you can be the better version of yourself.
Life is all about change and growth. You grow from renting to buying, your kids grow from toddling to driving, and then you grow from working to retiring. Is your insurance agent growing through life with you? I'm your local Allstate agent, Brittany Gutman. My team and I can help you navigate all those changes through home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with the Brittany Gutman Allstate Insurance family. Call me at 520-797-7811 or email bgutman@allstate.com.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
Piper Family Painting. We believe great paint does more than just change a color. It protects a home and the people inside of it. From careful prep to the final coat, our team shows up with pride, precision, and respect for your property. We don't rush. We don't cut corners. We paint it like it's our own home because in this Tucson community, it is. Piper Family Painting, bringing new colors to the Old West.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
February weather in the Oak Pueblo is beautiful. It's the time of year to go outside and enjoy the great outdoors. Springtime will be coming soon, and so will the Arizona heat. Now's the time to plan for the long, hot summer that we all know is coming. Now, for a limited time, we are offering 5-year, no-interest financing on Rheem air conditioning and heating systems, OAC. Call now, 520-492-0748, or book your appointment online at PictureRocksCooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
Hey, we are back. You're watching Southwest Flavor. Check us out every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. And our next guest is our friend Nicole Piper from Piper Family Painting.
Hi, Ron. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
I don't have to stare at James
there
across the table.
I mean, I know he's beautiful to look at and all, but...
No, we love James. You know that.
Yes, we do.
You guys are awesome people.
Thank you so much.
And
we really, we try, it's easy because of this community and these people and everything that we've found here in the Tucson area.
Right.
It's easy for the first time to kind of be us, which I can appreciate, right? And
very cool.
I love it that we get to share it with some really great people, including yourself and all the people that we lovingly network with.
Well, thank you. Yeah, you guys just came in and just kind of fell into the community and just became part of it.
Yeah, I always say that Tucson adopted us. You know, we kind of showed up with all of our bags in our hand and said, please, and it literally happened for us. And we couldn't, I don't think we could have found a better place to be. And I think this truly was the place we were always supposed to be.
Okay.
It just took us 13 years to find it.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, time is time, right? As long as you have time, then anything is possible. And
that's right.
We're here now and we love it. And this is just an amazing place for our family, for our son, for everything that we wanted to do with our lives, we were able to find here. So any chance we get, we just want to give that back, whether it's volunteering or donating our time or simply just being nice to
Yeah.
the people around us,
That makes a big difference.
it really does.
Yeah,
I don't
it really
think,
does.
I think we need a little more of that these
Yes.
days. We just need a little more cheer and a little less hate and
Yeah.
just kind of spread the goodness because that's what matters.
Right. Right. So tell us a little bit about what you do with Piper Family Painting.
So, James and I pretty much run it together, but I handle more of the office and the back end work. James has been in the profession, a painter for 30 years, so his technique is down pat. He taught me. If I don't think I've been able to teach too many other people besides kind of friends and stuff.
Okay.
But when it comes to the technical aspect of things, that's him all day. I'm more than happy to pass that off. But I'm familiar with office work and how to, balance the books and answer the emails and run the CRM program. So that's kind of my specialty. And then I also do actually our color consultations.
Yes.
So that is something I'm super proud of. I have been working really hard to learn all the different aspects that go into color choices and color theories. And so that's really a big thing that I like to handle if clients ask or they're unsure of what color. This is the first thing I volunteer. Hey, I can help you.
Cool. So it's not just, picking the colors for inside your house isn't just an emotional thing, but there's also some science in that, like you said.
Correct. The science behind it really comes into mood play. So if you favor kind of a darker space because that's what helps you feel calmer, then we're going to bring in more of those soothing colors.
Okay.
If the sunlight is what brings you happiness and joy, then we're going to bring in all those lighter colors so that way it reflects the sun into your space.
Right. I know you've talked before about just you sit down with the client and you get to know them and you get to know, like you said, what brings happiness or comfort into their space.
Yeah, it's actually pretty amazing to walk into someone's home and they think they know what they want, which is always great. And I'm always happy to, if you want white, then we're going to find you the right white, even though there's like 25, 30 different flavors. But we, talking to them and just seeing their face and what they want out of the project, because it's an investment, right? It's always an investment. And so,
it's their home.
And it's their home.
They're going to look at it every day that they wake up, every day that they come home from work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You don't know how many homes I've been in where even their water closet, they're like, we sit in here and see this and see that. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Let's make that go away then. So that way it's not something you notice when you have to sit there every day. But yeah, it's seeing in their face kind of, actually, perfect example. I just did a color consult with a really great family whose project we're working on this week. And she pretty much knew what she wanted. She's like, I know I want green in my kitchen. I just don't know what green. I know I want, a lighter appearance throughout the main rooms of the house. I just don't know how light I want to go. So because she already knew some of these things, it was so easy. I brought a couple greens. We agreed on one, and we placed the sample. And she's like, "Yeah, that's what I was envisioning." I'm like, "Okay, perfect." And it just kind of keeps trickling down as we kind of take different aspects out of the equation, right? We figure out ceilings if they're getting those done, and then we kind of move down the pattern until we find a palette that they really, really enjoy.
Right. And then you can kind of see what colors go together also, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have a huge color consultation kit that has, over 500 colors.
Oh, wow.
Easily, probably more than that. But they're bigger swatches, so we're able to physically see instead of looking at a screen, which won't always give you the correct color.
It's not accurate, yeah.
These are a little more accurate. There's still, I will say that I always tell clients the swatches that you see, those are ink colors from a printer. So it's still going to vary slightly to what you're going to see coming from your paint. But it's definitely the closest match than looking at your telephone and saying, "Oh no, this color looks great." Yeah. Chances are it won't. So having the physical sample, being able to provide our clients with a physical paint sample so they can see the colors they're choosing, that also helps extremely a lot.
Oh yeah. I mean, if if you wanted green in your kitchen and orange in your family room, you know, and then you're like, well, wait a minute, they're clashing. They're just not. And I know that's an extreme example, but
it actually, to put that together, this same client I was talking about, their kitchen is going to be this beautiful green, and then they're going to have an accent wall in their master that's almost a copper color, which matches tile in their new bathroom. So it'll flow, and then this green, it really complemented the copper color because it wasn't, you know, Halloween orange.
Yeah, exactly.
But still, that just goes to show the color theory that we can put together. We
Right.
were able to take a green, a copper, a purple, and a bluish green and put them all in this house, and it's going to look good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like you said, you're probably looking at their furniture and their cabinets and their tile.
Yep, the countertops, if they have carpet, the flow of the house. This house in particular has wainscoting up at the top, which it's, if you look at your baseboards at the floor, it's like they're repeated up at the top.
Right.
Very nice look, but again, that's something else that can be pointed out and kind of made to stick out if you want it. People have hardwood floors. They have laminate floors. They have all these different aspects. I know another client we did, their house, they had really dark cabinets, like black cabinets and black countertops. And the tile was our basic Southwest kind of tannish tile. And they were like, we don't know what to do, and we don't want white on our walls. So you know what we did? We did a really light gray that was almost white, but had the gray aspect of it. And it really just brought everything together.
Probably just changed the whole room.
It really did. The whole space, because it went from a beige kind of mess to calm and neutral with the blacks being your highlights, which really, really helped their house.
Yeah. Let's go back a little bit to the science, because, I mean, they've used the science for years and years and years for different things about how different colors can soothe you or how different colors can stimulate you. So maybe if you wanted, you know, you had a home office and you're like, I don't want to be soothed in this office, you know, I want to.
But you don't want it sterile,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You don't. I would say another great example. You know Mimi with We Care Tucson, correct? So we just painted one of their spaces in there, and again, she didn't want institutionalized look. She didn't want it to look too. You know, doctor office.
Yeah.
So we did some really, really beautiful blues. One was Bora Bora Shore and one was Spa. So they were super calm, super soothing, and they went in that space beautifully.
Okay.
And it's going to draw someone's eyes. But like you said, that was a great workspace. They're going to have kids that are going to be having a cafe. They're going to have some technology available in there. That's going to keep them awake, right? It's going to keep them motivated in doing the projects that they're doing. So, yeah, it's very true that you're not going to want to sit in a black office if you're going to have to be doing a lot of work, right? So so you're right, the color theory, and it's funny because we thought we had a lock on color theory. We thought these are the basic colors that can do this for people, but again, what are we learning? All people are different.
That's true.
So like that's where it's really nice to get to know the client you're working with, because you can tell their personality, what colors are going to soothe them, what colors are going to excite them, what colors are going to calm them down, because again, it's like science, it varies by every person.
That's true. I think way back, and it might have even been Notre Dame, that in their football locker rooms, in the visitors locker room, I think they painted it pink.
They did.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to intimidate everyone that came into their locker room.
Right.
And get them agitated and aggravated and not thinking on the game, because all of a sudden they're in a pink room.
Right. Psychological warfare, kind of.
There you go.
But it probably worked. I mean, to some aspect, it probably, you know, if you can get into someone's head.
Exactly.
You know.
That's all it takes, right? Again, when it comes to like all the sterile kind of environments, like a DMV, for instance, or the courthouse, I just had to go take care of a ticket. And you walk in and it's white and beige and great, and that's it. Right. And so just purposefully bland, because they don't want excitement. They don't want anyone agitated, and they don't want anyone going off key.
Sure. That makes sense. That totally does. Well, let's take a quick sponsor break, and we will be back in just a couple minutes with Southwest Flavor.
Piper Family Painting. We believe great paint does more than just change a color. It protects a home and the people inside of it. From careful prep to the final coat, Our team shows up with pride, precision, and respect for your property. We don't rush, we don't cut corners. We paint it like it's our own home, because in this Tucson community, it is. Piper Family Painting, bringing new colors to the Old West.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air, we're in a state of disrepair.
February weather in the Oak Pueblo is beautiful. It's the time of year to go outside and enjoy the great outdoors. Springtime will be coming soon, and so will the Arizona heat. Now's the time to plan for the long, hot summer that we all know is coming. Now, for a limited time, we are offering 5-year, no-interest financing on Rheem air conditioning and heating systems, OAC. Call now, 520-492-0748, or book your appointment online at PictureRocksCooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
Hey Tucson, why do we accept pain as normal just because we're over 40? Nearly 8 out of 10 Americans suffer with back pain. At Wellness Chiropractic, we help people after car accidents with chronic neck and back pain, numbness tingling down the arms. If you're like me, you like to spend time outside with the family, hiking, biking, everything. Don't let that pain stop you. Wellness Key Chiropractic, we help that body move better so you can be the better version of yourself.
Life is all about change and growth. You grow from renting to buying, your kids grow from toddling to driving, and then you grow from working to retiring. Is your insurance agent growing through life with you? I'm your local Allstate agent, Brittany Gutman. My team and I can help you navigate all those changes through home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with the Brittany Gutman Allstate Insurance family. Call me at 520-797-7811 or email bgutman@allstate.com.
We are back. You're watching Southwest Flavor. I'm talking with Nicole Piper, and we're talking a lot about colors, different colors that you put on your wall, and you help them pick everything out. But there's also another aspect to that, and that's the lighting. Whether it's natural lighting coming into the house or the different kinds of artificial lighting that's coming into the house.
Very true. That's definitely one of the first things I look at when I'm going into a home and we're talking about color is what is coming into their house.
Right.
So do they have white or the bluish lighting? Do they have the yellow lighting? Do they have recessed lighting or is it all lamps? The kitchen, do they have the big chandeliers that come down? That can all lead to different things. And then on top of it, not only will natural light change things, but if you have, say, special windows that have tinting on them, that can change the whole look of everything. We had a client that really wanted a khaki kind of tan color, just keep it neutral with her cabinets and that we had just done and her countertops and her flooring. So we tried 10 different colors that really looked good on the sample cards, and the physical paint samples looked great.
Right.
We'd get them on the walls, and she was like, I just see green. Why does this all look green? I see a green. It was because her windows were tinted green.
Oh, okay.
So every new color we put on there, she was like, I just see green in it. And so we ended up color matching her current color and just painting her house basically the same hue.
Oh.
That way, because she was already living with it. Yes, she wanted to change, but she was already okay with it. And there wasn't something else she was going to, worry about later on. So that ended up working well, but in reverse, I think. Another thing that we come into contact with is people not for some reason, but it's been a standard that they put a sheen in their paint on the ceiling, which is a little crazy to me, because it's only going to reflect everything and kind of shine it back down, and that's just not a good look for your house. Like, have you ever walked in your house and just seen your ceiling just shine? It's
I guess most people don't think about that.
No, and then when you do it, you're kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm just in one big shiny box now. Because you carry it, you definitely put a sheen on your walls usually so you can wipe them down.
Yeah.
I never recommend flat paint for your exterior or your interior.
Right.
I know it can look nice, but there's just no protectiveness to that paint. If you're gonna do anything, go matte. That way it looks flat, but it still has some of those properties in it to keep it wipeable.
Yeah, my son was talking with James at the Oro Valley Chamber mixer, and he has a new build.
Oh, okay.
And everything is flat in there. Every wall is just white, flat, and you can't clean anything.
Nope.
You can't do anything with those walls.
No, and heaven forbid you have a kid or a pet.
Yeah.
You see where they favor in your house and the handrails and the doors and everything.
Right.
Yep. It's tough getting a new build. I will say, you want the house of your dreams, and you do get it. But when coming in and doing a new build, literally the painters are the last ones that come in usually, and they get what's left of the budget, which sometimes might have worked out if budget stayed on, but sometimes doesn't. And then they're expected to do the inside and outside. Yeah. And the outside has to look better than the inside because the HOA controls it.
Yeah, especially with a track home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the inside kind of just gets this beautiful blow and go, as we call it.
Right.
And that's where we get called to come in and try and help people figure that out. How do we get something on your walls where you can at least wipe them down?
Right.
But that goes back into all the different lighting that they're going to have in their house. If they have yellow lighting and they want white on their walls, I'm going to stray them to the more vivid whites as opposed to the whites that have a cream in them, because then all they're going to see is yellow walls, because that's what will be reflected.
That makes sense. Probably with the new builds, they mostly have the more bluish lights,
They
right?
do, yep.
Because they're all LEDs.
Exactly. So they have, and then the only way they get the yellowish lights is if you get those
If you have
specialty
lamps or something?
Yep, or those bulbs that you can kind of like change the spectrum.
Oh, yeah.
So if you buy them yourself, then you can get your own yellow lighting. But I don't know. I'm favorable to the bluer, the LED lights, just because I feel like you see a more truer aspect of your space.
Right. And that just seems like it's brighter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It gives you a little pep in your step when you're going through your house and you're not walking down like a dungeon.
And for us that are a little bit older, I mean, we grew up with all the yellowish lights, and it just seems like maybe it feels older.
Yeah, and did you ever notice, kind of growing up, how your paint colors were a lot different because you had, at least in my house growing up, we had pink in our bathroom.
Yes.
And it's because we had the yellow and lighting, and the pink would just tie it all together. My room was like a light, sky blue, and there were those colors that competed well with yellow lighting and wouldn't fight against it.
I guess a lot of pastels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't know if that's just because it was like the 70s and 80s or is something to do with the lighting.
A little bit of that, but if I had to lend a color theory, it was because they wouldn't reflect the yellow lighting. They would kind of more absorb it and then just show you the color back.
Oh, wow. Huh. I never even thought about
I know.
that. Yeah, growing up like in the 70s and 80s, I guess you had we had brown carpet and brown tile, but then like the kitchen was yellow.
Yep.
One of the bathrooms was pink. Yeah, my room was like a sky blue.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, like those same kind of basic colors, right?
Yeah. So you explained like all the colors that were in our house.
I think those were like all the houses of the 80s had kind of the same color palette.
Yeah.
And then the 90s came in with the dark red walls or accent wall. That's where the accent walls started to become a little more popular, were the 90s.
Okay.
So you'd get that heavy red wall, or the dark brown. And then that's when kind of the neutral colors started coming into play because people were doing the accent walls.
Yeah.
So that's where you started to get your whites and your grays and your khakis that were coming into play in the early 2000s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a nice kind of progression. It's like the color was just vivid and out there in the 70s and 80s, and then kind of muted down in the 90s, and then totally muted down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But like you said, there is so many different colors now.
Yes.
And
Yep.
you can kind of, formulate your own.
You really can, and that is something we love to do. So
Yeah.
we were working with the client, this week that wanted a purple bathroom,
Mhm.
and so we tried this. We liked the color, but she was like, "It seems a little dark." I'm like, "All right, let me reduce the pigment by 50%." It was still a little too dark, but that is something that we can keep
Right.
playing with.
Yeah.
So we did that at a project when we were still in Illinois. We did this gentleman's wall. He did that kind of artistic look where you take the baseboards and kind of like stripe them out. And he
okay.
did, I don't know how many rows of it, like 20 to 30 rows.
Huh.
And he had James come and paint each stripe. One started as iron ore from Sherwin-Williams,
Right.
and then it was reduced pigment, like 10% each one.
Oh, wow.
And so it just kind of was like a gradient
Uh-huh.
that went down this gentleman's wall. It was amazing.
That sounds cool.
But we were all using the same color.
Yeah.
We were just taking, a little pigment out here, adding a little here to darken it. It was really neat. So I love doing that. And whenever a client comes to me and is like, I really love this color, but I want to do an accent, or I want to do this, or I don't want my whole house to be that.
Right.
That's the exact thing I suggest.
okay.
Is, hey, let's take out pigment here, let's add pigment here, and then you have the same color and the same flow, but it looks slightly different.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very
yeah.
cool. Very cool. So if people want to get a consultation and, get some color into their house, how can they find you?
They can find us at piperfamilypainting.com. You can email me at Nicole@piperfamilypainting.com. And we're also on Facebook and Instagram. That's where James comes into play. He's a big hitter there.
Yeah.
And you can always message us there after you see one of his videos or whatever happens. But yeah, those are the main places. And then we also have an office number.
Okay.
520-302-4204.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Ron. I really love being here.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure. All right, that is another episode of Southwest Flavor. Check us out every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. And don't go anywhere because Mike Curry is coming up with his show. He'll be here in just a couple minutes on Live the Dream Media. We'll see you on Thursday.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.